Brownsville Area School District Board of Directors will meet in regular session on Thursday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Brownsville Area High School Auditorium, 1 Coffin Drive, Brownsville, PA, for general purposes. Consideration of the adoption of the 2012-13 fiscal budget. Roll call, please.
Mr. Addison.
Here.
Mr. Bain. Mr. Bashir.
Here.
Mrs. Broadwater.
Here.
Mr. Delrose.
Here.
Mr. Dorsey. Mr. Harvey.
Here.
Mrs. Kaminsky. Here. And Mrs. Terabecki. Here.
You stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, item 2, superintendent remarks.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is our final 4th week Superintendent's Awards that we'd like to present to you, and we have a few other things that we'd like to do this evening as well. And I'm very pleased to be a part of all of this with other things other than our Superintendent's Awards. So we're going to start with Mr. Burdar.
At this time, I'd like to present the Superintendent's Award for the 4th 9 weeks to the students at Cardell Elementary. First up, from kindergarten, Olivia Clark. Also from kindergarten, Carolina Thomas. Marvin Yager was also from kindergarten. He's not present this evening. 1st grade, Braden Dearda. First grade, Ethan Olesko. From 1st grade, not present this evening, Adelina Phelan. 2nd grade, Anton Good. Also from 2nd grade, Brooklyn Foster. Not present this evening from 2nd grade, Joseph Tringes. Third grade students, Zachary Kutek. And not present from 3rd grade, Gabrielle Butovsky. Fourth grade, Jessica DeWitt. And also from 4th grade, Caitlin Sturbutzel. And from 5th grade, Lucas Kromposki. And not present from 5th grade, Ariel Thomas. Can you get everybody in? Brooklyn, go down. Well, no, they have to go. Brooklyn, picture. Go ahead. this time, I'd like to present those students from Central Elementary. From kindergarten, not present this evening, Allison Lewandowski. And also from kindergarten, Dylan Stowe. First grade, not present this evening, Michael Stetson. And first grade, Ian Ryan. Second grade, Taylor Adama. And second grade, Nolan Kanopka. Third grade, Becca Ullery. And not present from third grade, Gracie Stetson. Neither of our fourth graders are present this evening, but they are Mackenzie Kelly and Michael Petra. And fifth grade, Emily Vana. And not present this evening, Mary Lesh.
Next is Cox Danahay, Mrs. Orber.
And for the fourth 9 weeks at Cox Danahay, the awards go to kindergarten, Daniel Sethman. Kindergarten, Trenton Weibel. Kindergarten not present this evening is Chloe Van Divner. First grade, Kendall House. First grade, Roberta Martin. First grade, Angel Johnson is not present this evening. Second grade, Sarah Wynn. Second grade, Adam Taylor is not present this evening. Second grade, Tristan Mauser is not present this evening. Third grade, Natalia Smith is not present this evening. Third grade, Acacia Marcus is not present this evening. We have one third grader, Ashton Raposki. Fourth grade, Kylie Dunker. Fourth grade, Peyton Hall is not present this evening. Fourth grade, Jonathan Wynn. Fifth grade, Patrick Barry. Fifth grade, Taylor Riccozzi. And fifth grade, Keith Campbell is not present this evening.
Next is the middle school, Mr. Nesser.
6th grade, Serena Dobbs. 7th grade, Lydiana Jones. 8th grade, Corey May.
Our high school Mr. Bates.
Good evening. Freshman, Katie Berry. Our sophomore representative is Tyler Miller, who was on vacation today. Our junior representative, Rachel Bonner. Our senior representative is Elizabeth Moon, and she's also away. Our next awards we're going to present are the Scholar Athletes Awards. The one presented for the boys track season for the 2012 goes to David Heckman. Scholar Athlete Award for tennis goes to Cameron Smith, and he's not here today. Scholar Athlete for baseball season goes to Philip Danuse, who also isn't here today. Scholar Athlete for the girls track goes to Tiffany Ziegler. She's not here today. And the last goes to Miranda Arison for the softball. And Miranda
Thank you. I know you've heard us talk a little bit about this past year and our students receiving a couple of state and national awards. Well, we had our students with the Jefferson Awards come back yesterday evening, and I'm not going to tell you anymore. We're going to have Mr. Justin Delrose give you a brief overview, and I think the students want to come up and say a few words. So, Mr. Delrose.
Thank you.
The last 3 days, our Student in Action team attended a National Jefferson Awards ceremony in Washington, D.C., where our students not only represented our community, but our school. But also, they came in fourth in the nation. It was truly an honor and privilege to represent these students. So one time. Now I will turn it over to Christian Sessick for him to speak on behalf of the Jefferson Awards.
We did it. We as a community have come together and we have risen above all of the odds and won fourth in our nation. I'm just so grateful. coming from the small town of Brownsville, in this area, we're either not known, not recognized, or not looked upon in a favorable way. But in Washington, D.C., when conversing with those around us, whether they be our peers, students competing, or adults who competed for these awards, they respected us, and they realized who we were, and that we were Brownsville. And that was what made us the happiest of all, I have to say. Tuesday evening, I'm just going to speak of my own personal experience. I met Harry Connick Jr. And he is one of my idols. But we went to this black tie gala, and it was just such a cool experience. And I use the word cool in the heavy reference that I use it, because we were able to meet with not only people like Harry Connick Jr., but Jim Kelly. If you know who he is, he was a quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. We also met with General Petraeus, the head of the CIA, and we were able to take photos, get autographs, and I found it to be quite interesting that they were just so supportive, and in all of their efforts were just true role models to each and every one of us. But for Brownsville to be represented there, I'm still just so shocked. I'm so shocked. And then finally, yeah, that just reminded me. We met with Senator Pat Toomey on Wednesday, and we were able to take a photo with him for a brief time, and he recognized our efforts as well. So we have made a name for Brownsville, most definitely, and we will continue to do so through our efforts downtown. Thank you. I turn it over to Courtney.
Along with the amazing experiences that Christian just mentioned, on the first and second day before the black tie affair, we attended the award ceremony where we got recognized, a lot of the high schools got recognized, and other national awardees. And in meeting those people, we made such great connections, trading information, which was so exciting, because that will help us, you know what I mean, with connections and just building on our projects for years to come. So that's a very exciting part as well.
But while there, we got to meet with so many young people who are also doing so many amazing things, and it really just inspired us to do so much more with our project. And this is Francesca LaGrasse.
This project has definitely brought us together as a whole, and it was a wonderful experience, and we couldn't be more excited to compete again for next year. Let's see, go.
To our sponsors, Mr. and Mrs. Delarose and Mr. and Mrs. Belvac. They went on this trip with us and were a big help. We'd also like to give a thanks to Dr. Savini and the rest of the school board, and also to our community for supporting us. But we would like to present the school board with this plaque that we received at the Jefferson Awards to be showcased in our high school.
And one thing I forgot to mention was that we came within 1/100th of a point of making the Bronze Award. They said that they deliberated and fought over our school and the Bronze Award winner, but we're fourth.
Again, you've made us so proud, not only of the school, but of the community. And I think all of you have invigorated this community to move forward. Just a quick note that our students competed against students and individuals who have worked in fighting off hunger at NATO. So we're not talking about just a local group. These are international. We've competed against international projects. And to come in fourth in the nation in this, sometimes I just can't imagine. I know it's hard for you to understand that I can be silent on these things, but yeah. Congratulations, and we're proud. one more quick thing, and talked a little bit about a graduation. You know, there's two people here that have been a large part of our lives in different ways. Friends, teachers, and administrators, and leaders in the community. And now these two folks are, or have decided to, well, to take a break and to move on to different areas and in different walks of life. So we want to thank you, Mrs. Connie Horka, Mr. Gates, for all that you've done. This is their final meeting, and we have something here to commemorate your time with us. So if you folks would come up here, please. A little plaque for you folks. Connie will go with you first. It's the Brownsville Area School District. Mrs. Connie Horka, thank you for your achievements and dedication in 2012. I've known Connie a long, long time. She's a great person, great human being, and a great educator. So, Connie, congratulations, and we'll miss you.
Well, I'd like to thank all the students, parents, faculty, and board members, and Dr. Savini. I thank you, the board, for taking a chance on me, and I hope I've lived up to your expectations. I do leave with some bittersweet thoughts. I really don't want to leave, but it's time to move on. So thank you all again. Thank you for everything.
I've known Mr. Gates a long time as well. We worked together here at the high school years ago. It was good to come back and work with him again. And I'm going to miss him. We've had some good times, and we've got a lot of good things here. So, Rick, thanks for everything. Thank you.
And again, I'd also like to thank the parents, the students, the staff. Brownsville High School has the best staff that I've ever worked with and that I would put up against anyone in the county or even the state. We do have a very good staff at Brownsville High School. Students, I'll take my students over any students around. We have the very best students. Not all the time we get along, but they are the best that we ever had. I'd also like to thank the board again for everything they've given me during the last 30-some years. Dr. Savini, it's been a pleasure working with you. And again, thank you, everybody.
Mr. Gates, how many years was that?
Actually, 38.
38 years for Mr. Gates, 37 years for Mr. Horka. We're going to miss you guys. You created a problem for us. We've got to figure that out tonight. Have a lot of years of education, and both have done well. Again, we're going to miss you. At this time, have you anything else? Yes. We will take public remarks on agenda items only. Anyone wishing to speak, please come forward. State your name, nature of business. You have 3 minutes. And anybody else wants to exit, now's your time.
By the time
Brownsville Middle School, and I would first like to commend the board for its apparent decision to maintain a music program in the Brownsville Area School District and to continue to support the Golden Falcon Marching Band. But I also understand that the position of elementary middle school band director has been eliminated. And understanding the current economic condition of both the Commonwealth and our community, I understand that sometimes cuts need to be made to balance the budget. But I also have stacks of research to prove the educational importance of a solid and effective music program to the children of our community. For example, the College Board Profile of College-Bound Seniors national report shows that SAT scores of students who took part in music instruction surpass students with no music training. Data collected from students taking the SATs indicated that students taking music and arts averaged scores that were higher than non-music students by 60 points on the verbal section and 43 points on the math section. Additionally, data revealed that for every year a student participates in music instruction, SAT scores improve, thus showing a strong correlation between music and academic success. So as a taxpayer in this community, I would respectfully ask that consideration be made for the instrumental program to become a priority for the district and that the instrumental pull-out program and concert band be reinstated in some manner at the middle school, elementary school, and high school. Taking the benefits of concert band and the continued instrumental instruction from our middle school children would take away from them their opportunity to learn their craft. It will quell their creative expression and will take away from them their opportunity to learn and to have a balanced education in music and academics. PSSA scores in this district are struggling. Research proves that students who are part of a quality music program with instrumental instruction score higher in virtually all testing areas. Based upon these many studies that have been done and the direct correlation between enhanced learning and music, this district should be focusing more efforts on building music participation instead of reducing it. Just look at this year as an example. Both the valedictorian and the salutatorian were both longtime band members. Thus, I respectfully request that the instrumental program be held up in all of the schools, elementary, middle, and high. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, my name is Emily Beam, and I just have a little something to say. Wrote it up last night. Good evening. My name is Emily Beam. I'm a freshman at Brownsville Area High School, and I am here to address the elimination of instrumental instruction / pull-out program. We all know how music boosts our grades, testing scores, etc. But I am here to tell you how music makes us students feel. I'm not just speaking for myself here tonight. I'm speaking for all of the kids involved with music. Music makes us happy, and if that's taken away from us, well, we won't be as happy. Music takes the stress of the school day away. It's relaxing and something we all like to do. I'm sure all the kids that play instruments feel this way. We connect with each other. We all get along really well, and we have fun with what we're doing. We have a sort of bond like no other. We enjoy playing instruments. We also connect with the teacher. The teacher helps us enhance our ability to play these instruments and has helped us along a lot. Without a teacher, how would we learn to play an instrument? You can't just magically pick up an instrument and play it. You have to have some sort of instruction. Having instrumental instruction has a direct impact on this band. If a new student comes up to the school not knowing how to play an instrument, no instruction will be provided for them. We need a teacher. In conclusion, music is extremely important to us kids. Before eliminating a program, I think it is vital that you think about the kids' feelings and how this all affects them. I know we kids these days think we know everything, but we don't. That is why we need an instrumental instructor in the school, so we can know more. Thank you for your time. I hope I've made a lasting impression about music.
Thank you.
Very quickly, I had discussed this with a few people earlier, and it is a fact that one of the music teachers is being furloughed. However, there will be music and instrumental in those levels. I don't know exactly how the schedule will run yet. The administration is still reviewing that. But music and instrumental will be there.
Okay.
My name is David Nettle, and first let me thank you for maintaining the parts and music program that you have kept in place, and thank you for the commitment for the Golden Falcon Marching Band. Again, my only request is dealing with the pull-out instrumental program. I was disheartened to find out only one school board member and no administration were present at the spring concert. When I witnessed that night and recorded for Fayette County Community Television, Channel 77 was a group of 60-plus kids of all ages working together to share their talents with the audience. The music they presented was not easy by any measure, and I certainly wish that you would have taken the time to come here and celebrate their success. They were so proud of their hard work, and you would have been too. I think your decision to eliminate the instrumental concert position would have been impossible. Music education, and specifically a pull-out instrumental music program concert band available at all grade levels is vital. Take some time to consider the 60-plus students who are involved in music here in the school district, and I think you'll find that these are academically talented students without significant disciplinary issues. It seems counterproductive to take programs away from these kids. The research that I can hand you is just a sampling of studies that will show you the immense value of music education. In fact, I will go as far as to say instead of scaling back the program, more emphasis should be placed on music education and more kids strongly encouraged to participate. Perhaps then the test scores in the districts will soar. And I hope that you guys had the opportunity to watch the 2 discs that I gave you at the last board meeting. And hopefully you also, those that did not see it, watch it on Channel 77 because we showed it and it's been airing almost on a weekly basis what these kids did on that night. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else looking to speak before we move on? Seeing no one. Is there a motion for an executive session? So moved. Motion by Director Harvey, second by Director Tarvecchia. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? For legal and personnel. In at 7:35. For 30 minutes the rest of the year. I said I'm going to try. Okay. At this point, item number 4, adoption of agenda and related materials for incorporation in minutes. Motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Bain. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 5, approval of the May 17, 2012 board minutes and June 13, 2012 board minutes. Motion by Director Broadwater, second by Director Tarvecchia. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 6, Mr. Bain, Board Treasurer.
The approval of the May 2012 General Fund Cafeteria Fund Title I and Title II-A, 2D Treasurer Financial Report.
A motion by Director Bain, second by Director Delarose. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Acid?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky? Yes. Mrs. Tarabek? Yes.
Item 7, approval of the following funds you see before you. Motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Bain. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Tarabek? Yes. Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Acid?
Yes.
Item 8, solicitor's report. Mr. Davis.
Nothing to report at this time, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Education, Director Force, Director Harvey.
I just have, before I move on this, I just want clarification or reminder for the contract with the College Summit Incorporated. What this is?
What it is we're working with this organization to enhance, excuse me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I didn't mean to catch you off guard.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. What we're working with the College Summit Incorporated is the ongoing development of our student portfolio. This will allow our students 9 through 12 to enhance study skills, testing skills. It will also work with their students in developing a post-high school plan, post-secondary plan for some type of institution, as well as a career plan. We have a student portfolio now, and it was implemented when I got here, and it's actually, some of it's being used at the state level for training. Our counselors have gone to that. But one other positive factor with this is that we're able to trickle down into the middle school where it will be utilized as well. Not only with the guidance counselors, because the guidance counselors do have a more of a stake in this and working with our students, but we'll be working with other teachers in the fine and practical arts as well as in our social studies and English with training and speakers. So I think it's a solid move. It's a step in the right direction. The state is also at this time pushing for more of this in the guidance office and throughout the students. So we're actually a step ahead of the game here, but this is just going to enhance our program.
Thank you for that. Based on that, I move to approve a contract with College Summit Incorporated in Brownsville Area School District at no cost to the district. I second it.
Motion by Director Harvey, second by Director Tervecchia. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Assett?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky? Yes. Mrs. Terabecki?
Yes.
Personnel Director Delarose.
I move to accept the attached resignation letter of retirement of the following staff members contingent upon the language of the current collective bargaining agreement effective at the end of the 2011-2012 school year. Ms. Ava Gianetti, elementary teacher. Ms. Cheryl Barno, elementary teacher.
Motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Tervecchia. Questions?
Comment. I know Mrs. Gianetti has had many years in Brownsville and Mrs. Barno, and it's sad to see him go, but I wish him a good retirement.
Thank you.
I'd like to take the time to thank them for their service. It was greatly appreciated in our school district, and they were great teachers. And I would like to say is thank you for the time that they served here.
Those two great teachers, amazing. I wish them well.
Very good. I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Item B, I move to accept the attached resignation letter of retirement of Mrs. Barb Zayak, Central Elementary School cook, effective May 29th, 2000.
Motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Tervecchia. Questions?
Comment as well. Echo the same sentiments for the teachers, for Barb and her years of service and commitment to the district, and thank her for that.
Thank you.
I'd also like to thank them for their service.
And I concur
All
with
the
that.
time.
Any other comments? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Item C, I move to adopt the following board resolution. Resolved that the Board of School Directors concurs in the recommendation of the superintendent for the furlough of 6 professional employees: Ms. Melissa Dillon, Ms. Joanne Thomas, Ms. Alita Schoenstein, Ms. Chantel Little, Ms. Danielle Schweitzer, and Ms. Sabrina Machorsky, based on the consolidation of the elementary schools and realignment of staff.
A motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Tervecchia. Questions?
Question. I just want to say these teachers have done a very good job, and I'm sorry that they had to be furloughed. And I would like to say about Mrs. Machorsky, because I do know she did a very fine job with our music program at our middle school, and I'm sorry to see them go.
Hopefully we can find some money off Mr. Corbett. He can squeeze his bankroll out there and give us some money to keep these people in line.
My comment is that I hope that we make sure that the first one's called back. They were great.
None of us want to see him go.
Very good. I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Assett?
Pass.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Terabecki?
With regrets, yes.
And Mr. Assett?
Yes.
Item D, I move to eliminate the following positions effective 2012-2013 school year based on the consolidation and closure of Cardio Elementary School and the realignment of staff. 3 custodial positions, 1 elementary secretary position, 1 teacher aide, 1 cafeteria position.
A motion by Director Delarose.
Second.
Second by Director Harvey. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Terabecki?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey? Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain? Yes. Mr. Assett?
Item E, I move to furlough Ms. Bridget Brennan due to the consolidation of the elementary schools, elimination of one position, and realignment of staff effective 2012-2013 school year.
Motion by Director Delarose.
Second.
Second by Director Kaminsky. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Assett?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Teravecchia?
Item F, I move to hire Rachel McCloy as curriculum coordinator beginning June 25th, 2012, with starting salary set at $65,000 and benefits as will be amended in the Act 93 agreement.
I have a motion by Director Delarose. You're going to have to read.
I don't care. I'm just telling you, it's up to the board. If you're concerned about what agreement she's under, you need to
The state.
I would just say that it would be, she would come under an Act 93 agreement to be negotiated after July 1. She would not be under the current Act 93 agreement. That's all I'm saying. If that's what you want.
Yes.
Linda, did you
That's what I understood, and I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
So that's with the Act 93 agreement to be negotiated.
Yeah, you might want to just reread it saying that she would, do you have it?
Yes.
Okay, if she has it, we're okay. And if the board members all understand it, correct?
Yes. I have a motion and a second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Teravecchia?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
No.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
And Mr. Assett?
No.
Item G, consider a motion to hire Justin Delarose as high school principal beginning July 1, 2012, with the starting salary set at $72,000 and benefits as will be amended in the Act 93 agreement to be negotiated after July 1st.
I second it.
I need a motion.
I move.
Motion by Director Harvey, second by Director Broadwater. Questions?
Just one more thing, just for the caveat that he would not come under your current Act 93
Right.
agreement. Okay. I just want to make sure it's clear.
You have that in the minutes, don't you, Linda?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Assett?
Pass.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Abstain.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Teravecchia?
Yes.
And Mr. Assett?
Yes.
Item H, I wish to have a motion to table.
Motion to table by Director Delarose, second by Director Bain. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Item I move to approve the attached request from Mr. Kurt Mahan for the personal leave to attend to a family medical matter for the entire 2012-2013 school year.
Motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
J, I move to approve the request for an unpaid leave for Mr. Daniel Kavasic for the 2012-2013 school year for educational studies.
A motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Okay, I move to approve the request from Mr. Russ Brown, high school English teacher, for an unpaid military leave of absence for the 2012-2013 school year.
Motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
L, I move it to, in accordance with Section 1108 of the School Laws of Pennsylvania, I move to acknowledge the following professional employees who have completed 3 years of successful teaching experience and, as a result of attaining this status, obtain tenure rights. Ms. Natalie Monchek, Ms. Kim Potts, Ms. Kelly Pavanel, Mr. Anthony Salvucci, Ms. Erin Karate, Mr. Chad Gaster, Ms. Jennifer Novak, Mr. Scott Ruby, Ms. Tiffany Logan, Ms. Tiffany Mongell, Ms. Jacqueline Forber, and Mr. Brian Allen.
A motion by Director Delarose, second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Assett?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Pass.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey? Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Teravecchia?
Yes.
And Mr. Bain?
Yes.
And I move to accept the resignation of Ms. Heather Lowry, teacher aide, effective May 31st, 2012.
Second.
A motion by Director Delrose, second by Director Broadwater. All in favor? Opposed? Aye.
And I move to approve the district's participation in the Intermediate Unit 1 Emergency Substitute Program for the 2012-2013 school year at a cost of $250.
Motion by Director Delrose. Second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Teravecchia?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Assett?
Yes. Item O, I move to accept the resignation, retirement of Mr. Michael A. Sobosinski, custodian, effective June 18, 2004.
Second.
Motion by Director Delrose, second by Director Broadwater. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Director Bain?
I'd like to consider a motion to adopt the 2012-2013 fiscal budget in the amount of $24,519,320, setting the millage for Fayette County at 16.57 mils, in Washington at 86.47 mils, representing a 0 tax increase for Fayette County and a 6.74 mil decrease in Washington County.
Second.
Is that a motion, Director Bain?
Yes.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Kaminsky. Questions?
Just a comment, Mr. President. I'd like to commend specifically Mr. Bain and Mr. Mike Gigliotti for the work they put in to put this budget in, and for the rest of the school board. Although it's been difficult decisions that we talked about tonight, it represents a balanced budget with a fund balance, one of the very few school districts, particularly in this area, but statewide, that they can say that. So although it wasn't difficult, it wasn't easy decisions, we're doing the right things to have the sound fiscal status here in Brownsville.
I concur.
As we've heard in the beginning, and our students, it's leading to progress and can only lead to more. So I appreciate the effort that everybody's put into that.
I concur with Director Harvey and Mr. Gigliotti and Mr. Bain and the rest of the board for their hard decisions in the past 4 months. Again, we're one of the few school districts that have a balanced budget and starting to have a fund balance. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Not very much, but we're on the right road, and we have to make some tough decisions. And just to add, not to say that some of this is not going to come back. We'll make every effort to bring things back. It'll be a process, but I concur with the comments. Motion in a second?
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Teravecchia?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Assett?
Yes.
Consider a motion to acknowledge the quote for computerized 2012-2013 school real estate and per capita tax duplicates and bills from Diamond Marketing Solutions for the printing of the Fayette County, Washington County real estate tax bills and tax duplicates at the cost of $496 per thousand for the per capita tax and $496 per thousand on the real estate tax.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Assett?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
No.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
No.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky? Yes. And Mrs. Teravecchia?
Yes.
Consider a motion to adopt the attached homestead farmstead resolution for the 2012-2013 school term.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Delrose. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Consider a motion to adopt the attached resolution of the Board of School Directors of the Brownsville Area School District authorizing the collection of school property taxes and installments.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Teravecchia. Questions?
Is that what we talked about in executive session?
Mike, we discussed the other day, this is to allow businesses to pay installments. This is to coincide with.
This is the installment part?
This is, yeah, to allow business. Private homeowners
already have
that option, and the state made it available for businesses this year, so we follow suit and adopt it for all businesses paying installments.
Have a motion and a second?
Yes.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Consider a motion to acknowledge receipt from the County of Washington Tax Revenue Department and authorize the repository sale of parcel ID 670-002-0003-001400 on behalf of the Brownsville Area School District.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Teravecchia? Yes. Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Brockwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
Consider a motion to approve the exemption of all real property taxes that became due on February 21st, 2012 on the property for Mr. Joel Melendez as approved by the Pennsylvania State Veterans Commission in the letter on June 4th, 2012.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Kaminsky. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Brockwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Teravecchia?
On the addendums, before I go into these, I'd like to make a comment real quick, if I could, Mr. President.
Yep.
We made some hard choices here in the last couple of weeks, and we thought it was very important that we put a couple of new things on the agenda for the public. And I'm in strong belief of the motions I'm about ready to read. I'd like to consider a motion to approve the purchase of workers' compensation insurance through UPMC at the cost of $67,738.
Is that a motion, Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Teravecchia. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Teravecchia? Yes. Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Brockwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
I would also like to consider a motion to approve the Ohio casualty insurance for packages on our auto, umbrella, errors, and emission insurance at the cost of $77,838.
I second it.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Broadwater. Questions?
I just wanted to ask Mike to clarify the savings by doing it.
The workers' comp represents a savings of $38,000.
Excuse me?
The workers' comp is $38,000 a recurring year. The property and casualty is an increase of $3,500.
So it's
But the deductible is a lower deductible, $10,000 deductible.
Mr. Broadwater, I know you have a comment on the insurance.
Oh, I just want to make a comment.
Quickly and carefully.
Quickly, this is long overdue. And last Wednesday night, we had a meeting here, afternoon at 4:30, to consider voting yes to pay the claim of the veterans, the flag, the little girl with the flag. And I'm here tonight, and I do want to clarify a few things. I think it needs to be clarified. I read the Herald-Standard the other day, and I was upset when I read that article because it stated that the child was punished. I can assure every taxpayer in Brownsville Area School District that the child was never punished in lunch detention or in SSI or after school. No time. We have it on video. The videos were watched not once, 3 times. and she does not appear in any of the videos that she served any lunch duty. I've been on the board. Be careful. I am. I've been on the board for a long time, and I've been a strong advocate for students. Everyone knows that. Any child that ever brought a problem to me, I solved it. That child, this child here, would never be ridiculed, and I would never agree to, I have to watch what I'm saying. We don't have a gag order, but still yet I need to watch what I'm saying. I would never let anyone force a child, any teacher in our district to force a child that represented the insurance company, that I would make sure that they did search for a new insurance carrier to represent Brownsville, because I couldn't believe that they put the hammer law on us in 12 hours. I learned.
I think what you want to say is we have a new insurance company.
Pardon me?
I think what you want to say is we have a new insurance company, correct?
Yeah, we have a new insurance company. But, I mean, that's what the motion was just now. We do have a new insurance company, and I'm very glad. And all I got to say is every board member, we all vote our hearts. And I think these are very sincere people here. And they did what they had to do, and I did what I had to do. My vote was no, not to pay, only because I know that the child was never punished. And I feel the taxpayers have the right to know that too. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second.
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Aston.
Yes.
Mr. Bain.
Yes.
Mr. Bashir.
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater.
Yes.
Mr. Delrose.
Yes.
Mr. Harvey.
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky.
Yes.
Mrs. Terabet. Yes.
Here's another thing that I'm proud of. I'd like to make a motion to make a $50,000 payment to the capital project fund to lower our debt.
Motion by Director Bain, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Terabecchia? Yes. Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Shear?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
Consider a motion to approve employer contributions of post-retirement compensation into tax-qualified 403 annuity contract and 403B 7 custodial accounts by the following employees: Mr. Gates, Mrs. Horka, Ms. Barno, Mrs. Davis, Mrs. Giannetti, Mrs. Gonzalez.
Second.
A motion by Director Bain, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Terabecki?
Yes.
Athletic Director Essex.
Item A, consider a motion to adopt the attached Brownsville Area School District athletic handbook.
Second.
A motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Item B, consider a motion to adopt the attached Brownsville Area School District coaches guide.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Item C, consider a motion to hire Mr. George Stevenson as varsity assistant football coach for the 2012-2013 school year, to be paid on step 2 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Terabecchia?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Mrs. Broadwater.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Aston?
Yes. Item D, consider a motion to hire Paul Shear as varsity assistant football coach for 2012-2013 school year, to be paid on step 2 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky? Yes. Mrs. Terabecchia?
Yes.
Item E, consider a motion to hire Todd McCarroll as varsity assistant football coach for the 2012-2013 school year, to be paid on step 1 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions?
Question, how many more assistant football coaches are we going to hire?
Many is there is in the contract.
Same we hire every year. You asked that question every year.
I do ask it every year. I'm going to continue to ask it every year because I think we have too many, but that's my bid.
Mr. Astor.
Roll call.
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky? Yes. Mrs. Teravicki?
Yes.
Item F, consider motion to hire Mr. Philip Nuzzo Quantrone as head middle school football coach for 2012-2013 school year. To be paid on step 2 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Teravicki?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky? Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Aston?
Yes. Item G, consider motion to hire Miss Rachel Brewski as varsity head volleyball coach for 2012-2013 school year. To be paid on step 2 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Teravicki?
Yes.
Item H, consider motion to hire Miss Chevelle Stoken as varsity assistant volleyball coach for 2012-2013 school year. Paid on step 1 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Teravicki?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Aston?
Yes. Item I, consider motion to hire Mr. Harry Ruffcorn as middle school head soccer coach for 2012-2013 school year. Paid on step 2 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call. Roll call.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose? Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Teravicki?
Yes.
Item J, consider motion to hire Mr. Christopher McManus, varsity head golf coach for 2012-2013 school year. To be paid on step 7 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Teravicki?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey? Mr. Delrose?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Bain? Mr. Aston?
Yes. Item K, consider motion to hire Miss Natalie Wanchek as middle school cheerleading coach for 2012-2013 school year. Paid on step 1 of the athletic salary scale.
Motion by Director Acid, second by Director Teravicki. Questions?
Question. I just want to state that, for your information, that we did reinstate all sports and all coaches from the past year.
Alternate, isn't that?
Pardon me?
She's a teacher.
She's, oh yeah, she's a teacher.
Teacher.
Okay.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Mr. Aston?
Yes.
Mr. Bain?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mrs. Broadwater?
Yes.
Mr. Delrose? Mr. Harvey?
Yes.
Mrs. Kaminsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Teravicki?
Yes.
Mr. Bashir, I'd like to thank all our coaches in our district. We do have the lowest salaries for any coaches, probably in WPIL.
State.
It's state easy.
6 counties, right now.
Yes.
I concur.
Thank them for the time they put in, the amount of money.
So do I. Share that is true.
They don't get very much.
But they're loyal. Okay, motion and a second on anything? Okay, Director Harvey? Thank you.
Buildings and Grounds, I move to approve a request from the Brownsville Youth Football Association granting permission for use of the Redstone Field and concession stand for the 2012 football season. Liability insurance will be the responsibility of the Brownsville Area Youth Football League.
Question. They're working together with the other league to use the field. We have 2 leagues using it.
That was my question.
Mr. Roebuck set up the schedule. We have it all.
And he'll notify.
They have equal amounts of home games.
It'll be fair, just like we established
Make sure
before.
everyone's.
I have a motion by Director Harvey, a second by Director Delrose. Any more questions? Other than that field's going to take a lot of abuse this year. There's no question. Yes. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Item 9. Is that Mr. Harvey? That's all.
That's it.
Item 9. Public comments on non-agenda items. Anyone wishing to speak, please come forward. State your name, name your business. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Melissa Deal, and I'm the parent of a child who attends Central. I have one suggestion and one objection regarding...
We're going to hand you a microphone. We're going to hold you one second. Mr. Duvalli,
Thank you, sir.
okay, now.
Good evening. I'm the parent of a child who attends Central, and my name is Melissa Deal, as many of you know. I have one suggestion and one objection regarding the closing of Cardell and proposed realignment of the remaining two schools. First, with many families having children in both remaining buildings, it will be a logistics problem for them. A lot of families like to provide their own transportation for their children, at least in the mornings and especially in bad weather. One father suggested staggering the start times of the two buildings. You can have the older children at Central start and end school at the same time they do now, and then have the younger children at Coxsackie start and end 15 minutes later. That would give parents with kids at both schools ample time to drop off and pick up both age levels without making one or the other either late or early. Would you please consider doing this to help parents who have the children that are split apart at different schools? It will make their lives a little bit easier in dealing with these changes. So please consider that. And second, I have heard from some of the teachers that the names of the buildings are likely to be changed. Is that true?
It's never been discussed at all.
So there's no plans? Okay, because it would just, and as the parents and a taxpayer just think it would be a waste of money, so please don't consider that then. If that's not something you've
never been talked about.
Okay, wonderful. And that drops off a whole point I don't have to make. And I also just wanted to say that Mr. Gates, who's over there, was a beloved teacher and principal at Hiller, and if the high school students love him half as much as we did in elementary school, then I know you will be dearly missed. So thank you for all your many years of service.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, Teresa Barber, President of Band Boosters. I was wondering, all these coaches and everybody was in the budget. I see nothing for a band director.
Band director's in the budget. And
It's
we also
in there?
talked to the band director last year, and he's still going to be on board. We talked to him.
And this is an after-school director
After-school.
like we had this year?
Correct.
Okay, and second, how long do you have to keep Mr. Kovacic's job open?
Another year. 2 years?
I don't know the answer to that question, because I'd have to check.
It's at least 2 years,
At
possibly
least 2
3.
years.
I'm not going to give an opinion when I have that.
Okay, thank you.
Just to reiterate, we reinstated every extracurricular activity.
Good evening. I was here before. My name is Megan Bogert. I'm here to talk about the arts. All I really want to know is, last time I was here, I got some hope here if we would keep the art program or not. I'm just curious as to if it is reinstated, if Mr. Brian Nicholson has his job, and if not, I have a little something to read.
The art department's in. It's
Okay.
scheduled. We're ready to go.
Okay, that's just all I wanted to make sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else, please? Mike, is there anyone else over there? Well, you try one last time.
Yes, I forgot something. My name is Connie Horka, and I just remembered that I wanted to say thank you to all of you. In my 37 years, I had one major crisis, and we all know what it was, about the playground incident. And you all supported me 100%. Even though you weren't there, you took my word and you supported me, and I thank you again for that.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else, your last shot, last chance. Okay, motion to adjourn, Director Bain. Second by Director Teravicki, all in favor? Aye.